And now we're having a chat with Gerard Hughes, who's come in here. He's a big biker guy, and he's been through a journey, not just on his bike, but he has experienced cancer firsthand. And he's with his nurse, Laura Crone, who has worked with him through his journey. And we're going to have a chat. Welcome both of you to U105. It's good to have you, Gerard, Lorna.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Thanks for having me.
As soon as I saw you walking in, I went, this is some kind of superstar here, because the jacket looks amazing. Are these badges you've had from biking around the world, or what?
Yeah, each one of these badges tells a story. I mean, we have here, for example, the Stelvio Pass. That was on one of the trips that we did, not last year, but 2023.
Right.
When we did Germany, Switzerland, Italy, Austria, Slovenia,
Wow.
Hungary.
Oh my.
So each one of these has a story to tell.
How exciting is that? And is that you're part of Hog, and you're in the Belfast chapter, is
That's
that correct?
Yes.
And you were telling me that if you're a member of Hog, you can hook up with people from around the world.
That's correct. It's just one huge family. It's worldwide.
And how long have you been doing that?
I joined the chapter 5 years ago. I was actually going through my cancer journey at the time, and it was sort of coming towards the end of COVID. And I joined the chapter, and I wasn't too sure about it then, because there wasn't an awful lot of things happening. But then once COVID finished, then they made me activities officer.
Right. So you made
chapter.
things happen then?
Oh, I made things happen. I made things happen.
Where's the furthest you've been?
The furthest that I've been is Hungary.
Right.
We went to Budapest in 2023 for the Harley Davidson 21st anniversary rally in Budapest. It was just amazing.
And when you say we, how many bikers?
On that trip, I think there was about 25.
Oh my.
Then last year we did the tour of the Pyrenees, right down through Andorra, down into Monaco, through Cannes on the way down to Monaco, on the way back up again to Le Mans. Got to see the racetracks, stopping off at the most beautiful sites in the world you'd ever see, you know. And I think it was 25 it was done that.
That is absolutely brilliant.
You're
making me want to do something like that. Sounds great.
This year we're for Saint-Tropez.
That is amazing. And I was a biker at one point, Gerard. This is why I'm so interested.
Oh.
I had a wee Yamaha 50 when I was 17.
So I started off on the Yamaha 50.
I kid you not. That's why I'm going, I can really feel what you're telling us there.
Yeah.
You started off with a wee Yamaha 52.
Yeah, but no accelerator, just a cable.
Yeah, that was it, just to feel the cable. Brilliant. So listen, what is really inspiring is to hear that you've been doing all of this and you're planning to do so much more in your life with your biker friends. And through all of that, you've had a cancer journey.
That's correct, yeah.
2016, you were diagnosed with follicular lymphoma. Can you tell us a bit about it?
I remember sitting in work one night and just rubbing my face, going, God, I need a shave, you know. And I felt this lump, and this was on a Sunday evening. At first I thought it might have been an abscess, and I booked an appointment with the doctors on the Monday morning, had my appointment on the Tuesday morning, and then immediately then Tuesday afternoon I was in the hospital for biopsies. And they then came back in November 2016 and said to me, look, listen, you have non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, follicular non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Then you go through the staging part of it, and then on the 3rd of January 2017 I got the official diagnosis of stage 4A follicular non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And when someone tells you that at the beginning, you know, you've seen the advertisements where on television about thing where your mind goes blank and it's like walking into a tunnel, and that's exactly what it is. You know what I mean? Everything else goes blank around you, and you don't know anything about it. You don't know whether you're going to live or whether you're going to die. You don't know how it's going to progress. You don't know about treatments. You know absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And this is where Laura came in.
Yeah. It's like being thrown into the abyss.
Yeah.
You have no idea what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was really difficult for your family as well to get the news. I mean,
extremely difficult because, and this is difficult for me to talk about because I was diagnosed in November 2016, and my first grandson was born in August 2016, Noah. And I remember looking at him in the living room and going, I don't know where I'm going to see you next Christmas. And this is, as I say, this is where Laura came into play. Because Laura was able to answer those questions for me, questions that I didn't know. And when you go in and you see her, and people say, you go in and it's a question and answer, you don't know what questions to ask. Because you don't know anything about it. You don't know
anything about what you've just been told. It's hard to really process that.
Yeah.
And the emotions that you're going through, and obviously still very emotional about it, Gerard.
Yeah.
But how did you get connected? Is it Laura or Lorna?
It's Laura.
It's Laura. I have Lorna in my notes. Sorry about that.
Don't you worry.
Laura, how did you get connected with Laura then?
Well, initially you come in for the consultation with Dr. Lawless. And then Dr. Lawless then appoints then a specialist nurse, which was Laura. I think you've progressed up the ladder from there.
Moved up a smidgen.
You've moved up a smidgen. Introduce her to Laura, right? And she is there. She focuses in on that particular cancer, right? So anything that you need to know about that cancer, this is the girl to ask, right? So I then got an appointment to come and see Laura, and we sat in a room, and Laura said, have you any questions? And I'm going, I don't know. I don't know what to ask here. I suppose, what is the prognosis for this? And Laura was able to tell me at that point, which gave me an awful lot of hope, was that they have been dealing with cases of follicular non-Hodgkin's lymphoma from 20 years ago. And that, 10 or 15 years prior to that, the prognosis for follicular non-Hodgkin's lymphoma was 5 years. Today, the prognosis for it is 20 plus. It has now become about not dying of cancer, but of living with cancer.
Yes. So they're saying it's not curable.
It's not curable.
But we can keep you alive and you can have a full life.
Yes, yeah. So my cancer sort of follows a path of, you have the cancer, you get to a point then where you need treatment, you go through the chemotherapy, you then go through a period, 2 years of maintenance treatment, and then remission. But at some point, hopefully not for years to come, right? It will come back, and then the process will start again,
Yes.
But they give me the hope that I needed, do you know what I mean? And it doesn't define me now. I don't let
Gerard,
it define me.
you must be giving so many people hope right now just by chatting to you and telling us a bit about your journey and the way you're talking to me about what your plans are for the future.
Yeah.
What would you say to anybody who's going through a diagnosis right now and feels like they don't have hope?
There's always hope. And the worst thing that you can do is lie down. Get up, look around you, because that's what it does for you when you get that diagnosis. It makes you think about what is actually important in life. And believe me, the flash cars and the big houses and this, that and the other.
That's not it.
That's not it. No. For me it was looking round and my grandchildren and my family, and when you have them, you have everything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just don't lie down under it. Get up, fight, go and do the things in life that you always said to yourself, I want to do that.
And you're certainly doing that.
Oh, I'm doing that.
You're certainly doing it.
Yeah.
Laura, can I just ask you, I mean, is he like an unusual client for you to be working with, or a patient for you to be working with, because he seems really inspirational? Is this a usual thing for you?
I have to say, I find most of our patients extremely positive. They always look for the positives, what can drive me to get better, and Gerard is just one of those many patients. And he's been amazing with getting together. And when he bought the Harley mid-treatment, I was like, oh no. But he's been amazing. Big group of friends, all the travelling, the raising of the money. Like, he's inspirational to us as well. But I have to say, our group of patients are just wonderful.
Yes.
I love working with them.
And you must say that helps with your recovery, though, that you're positive, that you've got hope. You're fighting for something.
Oh, yeah, 100%. See, the one thing that I will say is about, when I was coming in for my treatment, and not just the treatment room, right, but, the clinics and the whole lot, And the one thing that really got me about it and really surprised me about it was everybody knew me by my first name.
It wasn't like they had to
Everyone.
look up notes or you were a number.
No, and it meant you weren't a number.
Yes, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that inspired me to put the Friends of the Cancer Centre forward as the main sponsor, as the nominated charity for the Belfast chapter, which is the motorbike group that I'm part of, and we took on the main sponsorship for that 2 years ago. And our charity officer, I have to give her a shout, Diane Morrow, absolutely amazing. And in the last 2 years, we have raised for the Friends of the Cancer Centre £5,000 per year.
Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I mean, and Laura, you can't do without these fundraisers. This is the thing,
No,
because
not
you
at
just
all.
exist with fundraising.
Yeah, I mean, before Friends of the Cancer Centre they funded the first lymphoma clinical nurse specialist post, I'm not entirely sure Gerard would have a nurse specialist. So it's thanks to Friends of the Cancer Centre the role was put in place. I've now moved out of that role and they've supported me again, being an advanced nurse practitioner, and have still supported the lymphoma nurse specialist post, and now there's another one. So without them, I don't think Gerard would get that support. So it's invaluable.
You two are like two best buddies. Now look at this.
She's my
Thank
star.
you.
Do you know, but just the connection that the two of you have. And
She's my star.
Take
Anytime
me on
that I had
holiday.
problems, Laura, God, just Jerry.
he'll get you buying a Harley next. That'll be the next one.
That would be dangerous.
So tell me this. Now, we've had people on bikes and cycles all day long. Would you be getting on one of those, or you just do the motorised version?
No. I do the motorised version.
Right.
No. But that one out the front wouldn't get me where I wanted to
No.
go.
Well, listen, you've obviously got a lot of plans. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. A wee insight into it anyway, Gerard, because I know there's so much more to it. But thank you so much for taking the time. Good luck on all your journeys in the future. I'm sure there'll be many of them.
Absolutely.